I love me. I ain't even gonna be on here long. I got the button up with the red. Oh, this matching. Uh, mm, mm. I love me. You should love you. No matter what you do, no matter what you feel ashamed of. I've been going into my head about the things that I've been making myself feel ashamed for or feel ashamed of, or the things that I do that other people don't like. Like it's all it to me, it don't matter. And and another token, I can't let it bother me, yo. I can't let I can't let people that don't love themselves bother me. I love me. So when I go outside and I go into the world and I meet people that don't like themselves, they're gonna have a specific scent to them and they're gonna have a specific feel to them, right? And then when they come around you, they're gonna be feeling a whole lot different. They're gonna be feeling very uneasy because you love yourself and they don't. They're gonna be wondering what is it about you that got you feeling so fulfilled, and they have all these things and they're still not feeling fulfilled. So they're gonna be wondering what it is about you that got you feeling so loved and fulfilled. Why you love yourself so much and you don't give a fuck about what nobody say. You don't care that nobody sees you. You don't care that nobody judges you. You don't care about none of that stuff. And they're gonna wonder how. I don't know how. I just I just know the life that I had, the life that I've been living, and the way that I was raised, and the way my father raised me. That gave me all the belly to not give a damn about what anybody else thinks, says, feels about me. It's not my responsibility to adhere to anybody's needs, wants, or how they feel like I should be, or how they feel like I should live my life. You know, you live your life how you want to live your life. At the end of the day, your family has to bury you, not them people. Them people ain't even gonna put a penny towards your funeral. Them people ain't gonna put a cent, a dime, a nickel towards your funeral. So you can't live your life towards how they want you to live your life, because when your life is over, they're not going to take care of your body. They're not going to take care of your family. They're not going to take care of your finances. They're not going to take care of your debt. You got to do that. Your family, your children got to do that. So you got to make sure you good to your children. You got to make sure you're good to the people around you. You got to make sure you're good to the people that love you. You got to make sure you're good to them, because if you're not good to them, how you gonna expect somebody to take care of you postpartum, and you're a whole dick in this life? You can be angry, but you don't have to be an angry person. I get mad all the time, but I'm not an angry person. Shit make me mad. I'm gonna get pissed off, right? Just because you feel something, just because you have an emotion, doesn't mean that you are that which your emotions make you feel. You are not what your emotions make you feel. You fighting the thought, emotion, or that feeling is what makes you fall short of your potential. So you can't fight the emotion, you can't fight the feeling, because that's the exact thing that keeps you short of who you are. All those feelings and those emotions, when the world tells you, oh, don't listen to your emotions, don't listen to your feelings, what do they want you to listen to? They want you to listen to them. And then when you start listening to them, your life starts playing out to the way that they perceive that your reality should be. And then when you do that, you start paying for that shit. You pay the repercussions of what you do because of somebody else's perception of your reality. That's why I love me. I don't care about nobody else, how they feel about it. I don't care how nobody else feel about themselves. I'm telling you, you should feel highly about yourself. And I'm telling you that you should love yourself, because you're the only person that matter in this world. The world shouldn't matter more than you to you. Yeah. Yeah. I already picked up my mantle. So you need to figure out what you and your duty is here, because we are all a part of a puzzle. Not everybody could be the same piece. You got your piece of the puzzle, I got my piece of the puzzle. We come together, we make a big picture. If we can't do it like that, and you want to step on my toes, or I'm stepping on your toes, it's gonna be a whole bunch of falling and flipping and flopping and stumbling over, and we ain't never gonna get nowhere. As a matter of fact, we're gonna be exactly where we are because of how we've been acting and how we've been behaving and carrying ourselves for the past 2025 years. Like we tripping over each other's feet. That's how we've been moving. All this talking and all this marching and all this shit that don't actually account to anything. You don't need to have the need to copy anyone else. Your story is unique, right? It is easy to be someone else, also unfulfilling, due to it not being your life or love. You want to be somebody else, but that life, that's gonna be unfulfilling to you because that's somebody else's reality. That's somebody else's perception. That's not your perception. That's not your reality. You want to do what somebody else is doing, and you're not supposed to be doing what somebody else is doing. I'm not even supposed to be up on here talking like this, but I like having the fact that I know when I say something, it's gonna matter and it's gonna be, it's gonna hold weight when it gets to the world. It's gonna hold weight when it gets to your heart. It's gonna hold weight when it resonate with you and you start doing whatever you're doing. I know why you start doing whatever you're doing. You don't gotta give me no credit. You don't gotta shout me out. You don't gotta do none of that. Why? Because I know what I know what my purpose is here. And as long as I'm doing my purpose every single day on all platforms, every single day, even in the real world, every single day, I don't have to look for credit from nobody. All I have to do is continue to shine my light and be who I am. And the results is gonna speak for itself. It takes one. When you're getting in trouble, it takes two to tango, but it takes one person to change the world. And I decided to be that person when I was small. All these people talking about that now, when it's popular, now, when they think they can make some money off it. You ain't gonna make no money off of changing the world. There ain't no money in changing the world. There ain't no money in saving the world. So when you want to come over here on this shit, you coming over here on this shit with the wrong fucking perception that you're gonna get paid for this shit. You ain't getting paid for nothing. You might get donations, that's it. But that's because the people love that you're telling the truth. The people love that I'm telling the truth. So I'm gonna get my donations from the people, and the people gonna be getting paid back from the donation that they give to me. It's like a it's like a bank. It's not just like a bank. It's like a susu, right? You put your money into something and it gets back to you, and that's how it's gonna be for me when you donate. And I appreciate the love and the support, no matter what. Even if it's a like, it's a comment, you paying attention to what I'm saying, you listening to the words that I'm saying, you following your dreams, living it, and chasing your nightmares. That's exactly what I'm telling you. Dig in, dig in, and dive into you. Don't don't start panicking either when you start diving inside of your heart, because it's gonna have the same. You're gonna have the same exact feeling as when you hold your breath and you go underwater. You're gonna want to breathe. That's voluntary apnea. So you don't want to go into your heart and start panicking because you don't know what the heck is in there and you don't know what you might find. So you might find something. You might find a monster version of you, or you might find an angel version of you, and it might scare you and it might make you want to panic and start, jumping back to the surface. But you don't want to be shallow and jump back to the surface. Keep diving in. Relax. No relapse. Relax. Restore. Right? It's easy for me to not want, not window shop, not like, it's how I was taught. Now it's a newborn in a fully grown body, like prior to our fall in consciousness. We was always strong. We had these big bodies, but we had the minds to match it. We fell in consciousness, and then our bodies stayed big, but our minds went back down to this meek three-dimensional thought process. So we had these big bodies, didn't know how to use it. A lot of people like hearing themselves talk. Like they come out here and they say, I like to talk, so I'm gonna come up here and I'm gonna talk. Those are the people that's liars, con artists, manipulators, and straight up savages when it comes to the gaslighting. I don't like to talk. I have a lot to say, but I don't like to talk because I don't like to hear myself talk. I don't like to hear myself speak. I don't like when people like to hear themselves speak. I like to say what I gotta say. Make sure I'm sticking on my on my criteria and what I need to get out, sticking to the message, staying focused, and that's it. If I need to go into any detail or anything like that, that's cool. I'd rather type and have something where you can read, because when you read, it's a lot less manipulative. It's a lot less, you know, persuasive. It's more your own perception. It's more your own reality being, being intertwined in what you're reading. I'm not reading something to you. You're reading something that was written, and you're now taking your whatever you read and you're making your own hypotenuse. You're making your own hypothesis. You're drawing your own conclusions to it, right? You're dissecting the things, not the things that I'm saying straight up verbatim. I'm not, saying anything that you need to dissect. What I'm saying is stuff for you to listen to, stuff for you to relate to, stuff for you to incorporate into your life. So when you start doing that stuff and you start reading what I'm saying, that's when you can pick and choose what you want to take and incorporate into your life. But when I'm saying it to you, it's like being in a lecture, right? Where the teacher is just speaking the whole time and you can't ask questions or say anything until it's done. I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna come full circle. I love it. I love it when I do that. Not everyone can actually do what they claim. Certain people have certain access levels, right? Like when you're working in the government sector, you have levels of access. And in the spirit world, it's no different. It's levels to this shit. A lot of people want to claim that they can do and have all this stuff that they can give you access to and give you the ability to do through them. And they don't even have the access or the ability to do what they're claiming that they're going to allow you to be able to do through them. And you're not going to find out until you pay them that money. And then now you go and you try to book whatever you booking and you trying to do whatever you're doing. And you realize, damn, that shit was a scam. Yeah, because people like to talk, and people who like to talk and they like to say that they like to talk, they're going to continue to lie to you. And there's levels to this shit. A lot of people don't have access to this shit. A lot of people think a lot of people think that once you accept spirituality or once you do this or once you do that, then all this stuff becomes granted and all this stuff becomes available to you, and you're now able to do this and that and this and then and they're mixing up the dark and the light. They're mixing the dark and the light, right? They're telling you that the trinkets and the things of this world that they have is a gift from the Most High. They're telling you that the trinkets and the things that they have, that they flaunt in front of you, that you paid your money for them to be able to afford, they're telling you that God gave it to them. So when you decide to take away your attention, when you decide to take away your fandom, your fandom over them, and you decide to take that away and give it to yourself, they're not going to be able to tell you all this stuff that they got is because of God. They're going to be in the dark, and then you're going to not see them for a couple months, not see them for a couple years, and then you're going to wonder where they went, right? You're going to wonder where is all the God gifts and God stuff that was being given to you by God, but it was your fans that was actually giving you all the accolades. It was your fans that was actually voting for you and paying all this stuff and doing this and that for you, right? But you giving the credit and you talking about God is the reason why this and that happened. No, your fans is the reason why this and that happened. The people that support you is the reason why that happened, right? And when a lot of people want to tell you they got access, they don't got access. My people, they don't got access. They don't got access. Some spiritualists, they can literally think. They can go into a thought. Some of us can go into a thought, and whatever we think is what's going to actually transpire. A lot of people, they got to get into circles. They got to break bones. They got to go into the graveyard and get whatever they need to get to do their witchcraft and all that stuff that they got to do, and it still don't happen, and it still don't work, and it still don't account to anything. And whenever that happens, and if it does even account to anything, it's very minute, and they have to continue and continue and continue and continue. That's why the government in the world is the way that it is. Every single day, every single week, every single month, all year long, it's um a ritual happening. It's some type of thing that's going on when it's a holiday. It's some type of tragedy that happens in order for them to steal your love, in order for them to steal your care, in order for them to steal your kindness, in order for them to steal you and steal your heart and steal that green and pervert the blue, which is your throat chakra, for you to tell the truth, and now you only telling lies. That's why they got to continue to do shit like that, because they don't have the access. So when you don't have the access, you have to sneak, connive, and you gotta nigger rig shit. So when they doing their nigger rig witchcraft, that's why they got to continue to keep doing that shit over and over and over, because it doesn't have any effect to the effect that they want it to have, and it doesn't last to the extent that they want it to last. So they got to continue to do it over and over and over, and it's tiresome. That's why you feel so drained, because they have to use and usurp your energy for what they got going on. That's why you feel drained at random ass times where you're taking care of your health, you're taking care of your rest, you're making sure you get enough rest, sleep, whatever, food, everything that you need to replenish the body, right? And you're still feeling drained. That's because you're a part of something that you may not be aware of, that you're a part of something, and whatever is going on, it's got you to the point where you feel like it's a part of your day to day. So you're not going to question it. You're only going to question why you feel like that. You're not going to question why does the environment make you feel like that. You're not going to question why does the things happen around you that make you feel like that. So you can then go into what you've been doing. You can then go into where you've been going. You can then go into what you've been consuming, and then change that, purge that, get that out, and say sayonara to all the BS, and continue to be able to replenish and refresh your body and feel that energy without being attached to all this propaganda that the world is trying to make you feel like you need to be a part of when you don't. Don't let your anxiety force you to convince yourself to be a part of this hell. Come with me to heaven. Raise your frequency. Raise the frequency of the planet. Join me, because together we're stronger, and as you're pure of heart, we're even stronger apart, in the light and even in the dark. To you, from my heart, have a beautiful day. Have a lovely day. Love on your children. Love on your spouse. Love on your loved ones. And have a beautiful Sabbath.